everybody, today we're going to do scrambled eggs, and I use a secret ingredient to get the best, tangiest eggs. So what we're going to do is start with 3 eggs in a bowl, because we're going to need to do a little bit of pre-mixing, scrambling before they hit the pan. I know some of y'all like to scramble in the pan as you go, but because of the secret ingredient, we will need to mix thoroughly before we do that. And basically, I'm doing 3 eggs right here, and for every egg I like to put 1 teaspoon of sour cream. Yeah, I know it sounds gross, but trust me, it adds just the right amount of tang to it. And for 3 eggs, I usually do about an eighth of a teaspoon of pepper and of salt, and as usual, it's kosher. And so what we're going to do is get the whisk and get after it, because it does take a little bit more than your normal beating to get the sour cream to integrate with the eggs. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to give it a pretty good spin with the whisk to start getting things mixed up thoroughly. Looking pretty good right now. Now, as far as my pan goes, I think anything above medium heat's too high for scrambled eggs. So we start out by preheating the pan, and we go just 1 notch on the temperature below medium. And then I'm going to take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, about a tablespoon's worth. Kind of mix it around the pan. Get it good and thoroughly coated. Now this pan's already preheated, so we should be good to go. And now we've got our eggs with our salt and our pepper and our sour cream. They're all good and mixed together. And we're just going to pour it in. Just like so. We're going to let that sit for a second. As you can see, it's already starting to set up around the edge, just barely, because our pan, like I said, is hot. So we'll just let that sit for a minute. And as the egg starts to set, we just kind of want to take our rubber spatula or wooden spoon, whatever you have, and just kind of press in the egg, go along the edge. That way the liquid can fall in behind it, and that way it can all get cooked as well. And we just want to kind of keep this moving. And I always start out thinking, oh, I'm going to get such great pretty ribbons of scrambled egg like they do on all the cooking shows, but reality is I'm not that skilled. And you just want to keep folding this in over and over, letting the liquid hit the bottom of the pan as much as you can. As you can see, they're all starting to cook pretty good. We don't have as much liquid as we had before. Sometimes you can tilt the pan to get it to fill in behind you. We've got a lot of good pepper going on. And like I said, if you cook anything over medium heat, at least in my experience with my older electric coil range, the eggs kind of turn to rubber. They just get cooked too long. So we're going to try and flip these over a little bit. As you can see, they're getting done on the bottom. And you don't have to cook eggs to death. You really don't. I know you don't, believe me. But you just want to make it not look wet anymore, pretty much. So we'll let that sit. Just like that. And as you can see, the sour cream gives a little bit lighter color to your eggs, but don't be alarmed. And it doesn't just taste like sour cream. They still taste like eggs. The sour cream adds a nice little bit of tang to it. So we'll let that sit for a second. And we're just about done. We're going to go ahead and flip these back over. Just a little bit. just let those cook for a few more seconds, maybe 20-30 more seconds. They're pretty much done, but just want to make sure. And once, let's see, we'll just kind of break them up a little bit. They all look to be good. So they're ready to be served. We're all done. And there you go, all plated up, and just sprinkled a few little chives on there for some color. And they're ready to eat.